and welcome to the Ritz-Carlton Njuma.
Welcome to Nujuma. We have a fresh towel.
Wow, thank you.
Welcome to Nujuma.
Drink too, wow.
I'd like to offer you the watermelon lemonade.
Thank you, that looks good. And we have arrived by speedboat to one of the most exclusive resorts in the world that rivals the Maldives. This is one of the first resorts ever opened in the Red Sea here in Saudi Arabia, and I'm so excited to be here. And welcome to Nujuma, a Ritz-Carlton Reserve, one of the most exclusive properties. This is the beautiful welcome area. After you arrive by speedboat, you are taken here a beautiful welcome drink, cold towel, and then you're escorted by your personal host by golf cart to your villa. They have 63 villas. All of them are absolutely extraordinary with private beaches and some over the water. This place is beautiful in every single way. Let's check it out. Welcome to our 2-bedroom beach villa. We have arrived. This is incredible. This is actually all made of ropes. There's over 1.5 million miles of rope constructing just this property alone here at Nujuma. This is my second Ritz-Carlton Reserve, extremely exclusive. We've been traveling for days just to get here, but I want to show it to you. We have two entrances to our room. Just incredible. So this is a little bit different than other Ritz-Carlton properties or hotels in general. The key to access the room is actually a bracelet that they give you right here. So Nujuma, so we're going to go ahead and open up. Boom, here we go. Let's head on inside. And here we are into the beautiful living room. Now, when we first got escorted here and we walked in, I was completely speechless. I didn't even know what to say. This is probably the biggest room I've ever had. 2-bedroom. Two bedrooms is just massive. We have a huge living room, but I have to start with the design. This is one of the coolest design properties in the world and is so unique. From the ceiling, all the wood paneling, to the ropes on the outside, just the different furniture, this incredible telescope that your eye goes right to. This is truly a masterpiece and work of art. I am absolutely speechless. I want to start with thanking them. They actually made a beautiful cake here that says 29, as this is my 29th Ritz-Carlton. I really wanted it to be my 30th, but I just could not stay at the Ritz-Carlton Jeddah. For some reason, it just looked a little bit on the older side, so we stayed at the luxury collection. But regardless, 29 here is amazing. I actually put out all of my Ritz-Carlton key cards here. The 29th one right here, Nujuma. So that's the proof I've been to all of these. But this one by far is probably going to be one of the best, right up there with Mandapah, Ritz-Carlton Reserve. That was the other one that I stayed at. They had a welcome note here. They showed us all the different amenities in the room, how everything works. We not only have the 2 bedrooms, one has 2 beds, one has a king bed. We also have a kitchen and toilet, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But first I want to take you into the first bedroom. You can already see kind of right outside here, we're on the beach. So they have both beach villas as well as the ocean villas. The ocean overwater ones, they're actually right out there. You can see them, they go in a circle. They actually offered us either option. They have a 2-bedroom one out there and they have a 2-bedroom one here on the beach. We actually chose the beach one, even though it's a little more reasonable, because you have your own private beach access. We can walk right down there. I'll show you that later and go to the beach. The other ones you don't. It's over the water, so it's really unique, but you don't have that. And we are going to be at the St. Regis, which is actually right across the way, 10-minute boat ride away, and we will have an overwater villa for that one. So I thought for this one, the beach one was perfect. Heading into the bedroom itself, wow, this is a bedroom. I can't believe there's the 2 beds in here, which is just beautiful. These are actually pretty large. I'd say these are at least double beds. They call them twins, but they're at least it's double size. I love that there's the carpeting around the beds. The rest of the room is the hardwood floor, and this ceiling is just gorgeous. It's not even a wall up there, it's all this wood paneling. I wish more hotels took more time and did an amazing design on the ceiling, because this is beautiful. We have a fan here. Now the nice thing about this property is there is air conditioning, so it feels so good in here. The air conditioning works great. Some really exclusive hotels sometimes don't have it, like the JW Marriott Masai Mara in Kenya. That hotel reminds me a lot of this one, but there is no air conditioning in those tents. At nighttime it cools down quite a bit, so you really don't need it. But here it's really nice because it gets extremely hot, up to like even 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. I love the pillows around the beds. I love the lighting. Every single detail is perfect and flawless. There's literally nothing I could criticize in this room. It is beautiful. Just how it goes all the way down. I love it. You can also walk 360 degrees around the bed. Behind the bed here, we have a work desk, which is awesome. When you're sitting down though, this kind of obstructs the view, but you can look over and look right out. They actually set up our bags here and place them in the villa, so that's awesome. But even like the walls here, like it's not just a flat wall, it's textured. Just adds such a unique feel to the room. And then over here we have like a little seating area where you can sit down, you can take a good look at just how beautiful the room is, the views, so really special. All right, I want to show you the closet space real quick. We have two giant closets, one in here, one in the other room. They have every luxury amenity you could want. They have the Dyson Airwrap, which is just so next level. They have the safe. They have down here just a shoe bag safe. They even have a steamer for your clothes. Over here we have more storage units with hangers. And then over here they have not only robes, which I'll show you these in a second. Beautiful robe that says Njuma, highly approved, very thick, comfortable, just amazing. They also have thinner robes. These are a lot thinner, so if you're really hot and you just want something light, you can put those on. So you have both options. There's another one of these in the bathroom too. They also have plush slippers. So many resorts I've been to, all the ones in Bali didn't even have these. They all have like the hard slippers, and these I definitely approve of. These are extremely plush, look at that. Closed-toed, really soft, large, amazing. I love soft slippers. Now next to the beds, they also have these here. So this is an option. In Bali, this is pretty much all they had. They just had these harder shoes. So I love having the soft slippers as well. So here you get both options as part of your stay. So that's awesome. Now I want to show you the bathroom number one. There's actually 3 bathrooms. This is like the one bathroom for this room here. It's really beautifully designed. Every detail about this place, I'm just going crazy. It's so beautiful. But we have a tub in here. It doesn't have a view, but it's still a very nice soaking tub. It's very long. I like the different texturing. You have you have this marbling, and then you have this slanted design. Like they did not have to do this, but it just adds so much extra to the room. We have another robe here, and then the shower area is extra special because it has these really cool, almost mosaic-like tilings all the way around it. Amazing rainfall shower, which is what I look for. Diptyque soaps, but it also has the experienced shower jets on the side, and then an extra kind of rainfall shower over here. Toilet area, its own private space, and that mosaic tiling goes all the way up, and I just love that design, how it kind of triangulates downwards. Gorgeous. We have a really cool lamp here. In the evening when you dim the light down, it actually puts off a really cool pattern. And then we have the one sink here, but remember there's 2 more bathrooms, so you have plenty of sinks in the room if you need it. Beautiful soap here. They have these big containers not only in the shower, but here, eliminating the single-use plastics with the Diptyque soaps. So just every little design and detail from even this tissue box with the wood on top, the gold accent, just everything is just absolutely beautiful. For the tub, we even have the bath salts, which is also something that I look for. We have the shower cap, we have the loofah pad, and then the shower gel here for the tub as well. We also do have the doors here that completely close this area off for privacy if so. Now come on around, I can't wait to show you the rest of the room. As we continue around, we have really cool like art. So like instead of this just being a flat wall, they put this here. So I just think that's great. It just kind of covers up that flat wall. But even the wall, how it kind of curves, and then up top that netting, it's just so amazing. We have a big TV here, and then here's a couple souvenirs we actually get to take home. Beautiful glass bottle with a Nujuma sleeve and a hat. So just really nice little keepsakes there. It's amazing it's a part of Marriott Bonvoy. I'm actually redeeming points to stay here, so it's a great points value if you're choosing to stay because the cash rate is extremely expensive. All right, now here we are back in the living area. I want to go over this area just a little bit more, but first I want to show you we have a full-size kitchen over here. I guess maybe not considered full-size, but it is really cool how we have this space. But they have so much here. I mean, we literally have a stovetop, Where you're gonna get food to like cook here, I don't know because we're on an island. We have an oven down below. We have a whole fridge over here with drinks in here. Now these drinks are all for purchase, but we have different kind of juices, peach nectar, strawberry, pear, ginger beer. There's nothing alcoholic on this island. Down below we have a freezer. This is the complimentary section with the Nespresso machine, and it's actually wrapped in leather. That is so extra. Little teacups, Nespresso pods, and then all the fancy teas in here, so that's great. Plenty of complimentary waters, and then the kettle to boil that hot water, ice bucket. These are for purchase up here, some nuts. Down below we even have a full-size dishwasher. So if we need to wash anything, that's there. And then up top, we have all the different cups and glasses. All right, now back to the living area. I just want to go over, I love the carpeting in the middle. It's extremely spacious, and with this, it's extremely high ceilings. I love this lamp, just a really cool design. We also have a whole table here. That's where they put the cake, but you have 6 seats. So, I mean, I think a lot of maybe large families stay here and they maybe have a few dune villas, so they can kind of all gather into one, and they can all maybe have a meal here, room service. Room service is an option. We have some little cool like artifacts over here, but again, I just love how this wood just goes down. The building itself, this is almost like a walnut shaped husk, the design I was reading about, so it's kind of unique. We have a very high powered and fancy telescope. This is not just for decoration. This is like extremely, looks expensive and really high quality, but you can kind of look out into the sea, I'm assuming. So that's just, it's just a really cool art piece, if anything. Now, I want to quickly show you the other bedroom, and then we're going to take a look right outside here because we have our own pool, we even have our own beach, and then we have our own like shower outside. So big. So here's the other bathroom. This is kind of like a half bath. It has the toilet and sink, but it's just so extra to have that there as well. We also have another TV in this room, so if you want to be relaxing on the sofa watching TV, you can with a notepad, and we have one of the coolest Bluetooth speakers here. This is a really high-end quality one, B&O. It's fully charged, so this is awesome because I was actually hoping on this trip, I did not bring my personal speaker because I was hoping that they were gonna have a good one here, and they do. This is great. I'm gonna take this outside while we're lounging by the pool, and we can play some tropical music. That adds so much ambiance to Bluetooth connect that, so if you're staying here, definitely take advantage of that. Here we are into the other bedroom. This is really the master bedroom because it has the large king-size bed. The bathroom also, I think, is a little bit more high-end, but it's still just as nice. I love the ottoman in front of the bed. It's just kind of great to put your suitcases on. Love the carpeting around the bed. I just love this design and how you're facing your pool and the beautiful view. And I have to say, the water here, the color is just really special. It's like the bluest water I've ever seen. It's bluer than Bali. It's bluer than Hawaii. It's bluer than pretty much every place I've ever been. It's just gorgeous, that turquoise color. We have another seating area over here, which is great because you can be sitting down looking at your beautiful room outside. I don't think I'm gonna wanna leave. Whole closet space here with just more places to store things, as well as a blanket and an ironing board. Around the corner here, we have the bathtub. Now the bathtub in this room is actually in the room itself, so there's no privacy for this bathtub, but it's kind of cool because I like the lighting underneath. I love these lanterns. I think at night they all turn on, but it's just a really cool design tub because when you're in here, you're kind of like experiencing the room, the view. So really cool. We have another work desk here with a little bench and really cool pen, it looks like, that says Nujuma on it. Just like, I've never seen anything quite like that. Really beautiful pen. Here's the bathroom. It also closes for privacy. Nice lighting. This bathroom is a little bit higher end because it has the 2 sinks. Shower, I think, also is a little bit bigger. It still has the rainfall shower and the experience gents on the side. We have the separate toilet area here with the space. So just, I love this design. So we have 2 showers in the room. We have this toilet, the other toilet, and there's even a 3rd toilet, which I'll show you. All the amenities here, these are really cool, kind of tying in the theme of Saudi Arabia. Towel rack, just really cool. This ladder here, like every detail is just wow. It's great they have this here because I like to have a place to hang up towels when I'm done using them. I don't just want to put it on the floor. So that's great. The lotion, really cool lamp, that really cool tissue box again, and it's just, you just feel so special in here. Like every detail is thought out. I just love how this kind of comes to a point here. Just really cool. You just feel amazing. Now for the main attraction, we're gonna head right on out to our beautiful private pool, only for us. We have a beautiful pool here, and they can actually adjust the temperature slightly if you need a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler, they said. We have 2 lounge chairs there, and then we also have the 2 lounge chairs on the other side. We have another whole table with 4 seats there, and then we have 2 nice couches here, more chairs. So I mean, there's so many places to sit. I mean, how many people do they expect to stay in this villa? 10? I'm not sure, but you just have places for everyone. So what's nice about this villa is the ones over the water, like I mentioned, it just kind of basically ends here. Everything's pretty much the same size. I actually think this pool is a little bit smaller there. You can just hop in the ocean. But the great thing about these beach ones is we have a lot more going on. First, we have our own outdoor shower, and this is when you're done being at the beach and you're all sandy, to rinse off before you go into your villa to keep the sand from getting in. Or if you want more privacy, we have another outdoor shower over here. And this acts as the same thing. You can shower off in here before going into your villa, but it's more private because you're surrounded by this wood. So these are extra items that these beach villas have that the overwater villas do not have. All right, now we also have our own little boardwalk, which is amazing to take us out onto the beach. So we can basically just walk right out from our villa and relax in the beach, go in the water, and then come right back into our villa. So I'll stop here, but you can just see how beautiful the water is. You can also have a little bit clearer view of the overwater villas there. So I guess in everyone's mind, when you think of coming to either Maldives or here, you're thinking of a villa over water like that. But honestly, I'm just as happy with this beach one for those reasons I mentioned, and we have our own beach here. Now, if you are in one of those, or in general, they also have their own private beaches just for guests here with their own pools, beach club. So you can still go to the main pool and relax there. They have an adult pool, a kids and family pool. They have a hot tub, so you can use the one in your room and the one there. So many different options. But I am blown away. I don't even know if I covered everything because there was so much going on, but let's take a look at the rest of the resort, and welcome to Njuma. This place is incredible. I can't wait to show you the rest of the resort. Let's take a look. Welcome to the stunning Ritz-Carlton Reserve Nujuma, a destination unlike any other, and one of the most significant milestones in the history of Marriott and the Red Sea. This is not just a new hotel, it's the very first Ritz-Carlton Reserve in the Middle East, and the first of its kind in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Nujuma opened in May 2024, and it's part of the ultra-luxury development known as the Red Sea Global Project, a cornerstone project of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. We're here on Ummahat Island, and this resort is made up of basically 3 parts. It has the 2 white sandy beaches that have a lot of the beach villas, and then it has the ring with the circle villas. At the very end, it has a tail here that kind of sticks off with additional overwater villas. These are not in the circle, but these are kind of towards the end of the other island. Now, our journey began in Dubai, where I wanted to stay at the St. Regis downtown again, and then we flew to Jeddah, and then from Jeddah they have non-stop flights on Saudi Air straight to the Red Sea Airport, which is RSI. Now, these are not tiny planes, these are full-size, about 737s here that take you to the island. The flight was actually pretty empty from Jeddah to the Red Sea. And the Red Sea project out here, they're actually building a huge terminal in hopes to really boost tourism in the country. When you first arrive here, they have all the different resorts that are part of the Red Sea project. You can basically check in there, and since we were staying at the Ritz-Carlton, we were then escorted outside here, where we then got picked up in a very fancy Mercedes. It almost felt like a spaceship. This is part of the transfer option. It is extra charge, and everyone who stays at the property does have to pay for it. It includes the drive to one of the other sister resorts, and then from there you are picked up by either speedboat, yacht, or you can even elect to do a seaplane, or helicopter, which will actually take you straight, I believe, from the RSI airport to the property, or a seaplane from this other resort to the property, but those were a lot more expensive. So we opted for the cheapest package, which was this one. It came out to about $270 per person, but that is round trip, which includes the travel to the resort as well as going back to the RSI airport after. Now, the property they take you to here is called Turtle Bay Resort, And this is where you will then be escorted inside, where you can have a seat, relax. They'll bring you some water, and then they'll come and get you when the speedboat was ready. Now, Saudi Arabia in general is a lot more open to tourists than they were many years ago and outsiders. So there's no like strict dress codes. We could all pretty much wear whatever we wanted. And that was not only here in the Red Sea, but also in Jeddah and Riyadh. And we did walk around and we were out and about, and everyone was just extremely friendly. The country is trying to really boost tourism. They have a ton of mega projects in the works right now across the country. And out here at the Red Sea, they're actually building quite a few different resorts, including even Four Seasons, Andes, and pretty much every luxury branded hotel you can think of. They're going to be opening a ton of new resorts, hoping to really boost tourism. Everyone is extremely friendly. They're open to foreigners, and to get a visa coming from the USA was not that difficult. You can do the whole thing simply online. Now here we were escorted out by golf cart from the Turtle Bay Resort, and then here are some of the different transfer options. So the hotel ahead of time will actually send you a letter in the email, and it'll offer the different transportation options. So this is the speedboat. This is the standard price, so the most reasonable, which is totally fine with me. It was still an extreme luxury experience, but it basically has lots of seats. So sometimes you're sharing the boat with people going to the sister properties, including like the St. Regis or the Shabara, which is like the spaceship looking hotel. So this is all part of the Red Sea project and Red Sea Global, and they take guests to all the different resorts. The journey was about 30 minutes or so, 20 to 25 minutes. It depends on, of course, the waves, and it is the ocean, so sometimes it can get a little bit rough. But it was a beautiful boat ride out, just one of the most unique experiences. You're literally cruising over some of the most untouched reef systems in the world. The color of the water is also deep blue and turquoise in every direction, and it is just stunning. Now here we are arriving at Nujuma. You can see it there in the distance. There's the beautiful beach and the huts. What a cool arrival experience. Now, when we arrived, there was actually a whole team of people waiting for us on the dock, like 3 or 4 or 5 different people that were all expecting our arrival. It's a very private experience, but the detail and service here is flawless. Every single review that I've read, my experience, they could not have done enough for us. It's just one of the most incredible experiences. So when you arrive by boat, you're taken off. The people from the hotel assist you with your luggage, so you don't even have to worry about that. They unload it from the boat for you and take it in. You're then walked up this walkway to the arrival area. The experience felt so unreal because this was my first time ever staying at a property like this that even has overwater villas, because I've never been to the Maldives. Now, right away when we arrived, everyone was smiling, happy to greet us. We were handed cold towels, and then we actually got to smell the famous incense smell of the local area and culture. So that was an incredible immersive experience. They also had a yummy lemonade welcome drink. So they definitely checked all the boxes for service. Staff, just fantastic. We also were introduced to our personal host. Hina was absolutely incredible. She made sure every detail of our stay was perfectly executed. But every single staff member we encountered was friendly, kind, and caring. We didn't meet anyone who didn't care about our experience or who wasn't friendly. But this arrival area is excellent because you can basically relax, you can take a breath when you first arrive, and then they also are able to answer any questions that you have. And then you are escorted all the way to your room, where you actually are performed the check-in at your room, so no need to go to a front desk or any other area like that. Before we got to our room, our personal host showed us all around the island. We got to kind of see where the spa was. The island is basically made up in the 3 parts. It has the circle with the overwater villas, and then it also has then the 2 islands here that are connected with the sand. They were mostly already in place. They were added to a little bit, but the details are stunning no matter where you look. The landscaping is also flawless. I kind of thought for a while, because it's in the middle of the desert, the landscaping might not be as nice, but the landscaping is perfect. They have trees, just all the different plants and bushes everywhere. It is just really beautiful. Now here we are arriving. We are passing by the spa. The spa is top notch. In fact, it was rated, I think, the best spa in Saudi Arabia for one of the magazines. And fast forward, because towards the end of this video, we'll give you the full experience there at the spa. They also have steam room, sauna, and that's all included for guests. Now our villa was relatively close, but some of the villas can be pretty spread out. They can go all the way down the beach, but ours was right here, and this was one of the 2-bedroom villas. So it's a upgrade they did for us complimentary. Typically, this is not really something that they would upgrade to, but in March, it's actually Ramadan, so they do not have a lot of guests staying here. The property was pretty empty. So they were kind enough to upgrade us to this huge villa. I've never had anything this big, but it is stunning. The outside design, they're made to look like walnuts. So there's so many detail, as well as the ropes that I touched on earlier, but they have not faded. They look clean. They look modern. They've taken exceptionally good care of the property. They also had 3 bikes right outside for us ready to go. Those are great because you can bike all the way around the island. Or at any time, you can just call up your personal host and they will come pick you up in golf cart any time of the day or night and take you anywhere you need to go on the island, whether it's to a restaurant, the beach, the spa. So you can either bike, walk, or just get picked up. First impressions or wow. I don't even know what I did when I first walked in. The room was just so incredible, looking out at our private pool, the ocean. There is nothing like it. They were extremely quick delivering the luggage, and right away I put out all my other Ritz-Carlton key cards, and they had the beautiful celebration cake there in the room. I absolutely love the design, the lighting, the details. Everything was perfect. Like, this is the most perfect hotel, one of the most perfect ones I've ever been to. Now, from the room, we were taken out over across the bridge. This is kind of the middle part, which is between the 2 islands where the ring is of all the Overwater villas. I got to tour also the Overwater villas. They are also just beautiful. The name Nujuma means stars in Arabic, and that inspiration is woven into every aspect of the experience. From stargazing telescopes placed in every villa to astrology-themed drinks served at night, this entire destination was designed around nature, astronomy, culture, and privacy. The property has 63 villas total, just laid out like seashells in the water or nestled into the beach. These are 1, 2, and very few 3-bedroom villas, each with their own private pool, massive outdoor terrace, panoramic views, and an elegant design inspired by the tones and textures of sand, shells, and coral. Now here we are at the Overwater villas in the ring. They have about 21 of their 63 villas here. Now you may be wanting to experience, the Overwater experience, and honestly the beach villa we had was just as good, and we elected for it because we had our own private beach, and it was just as nice. But maybe if we come back next year, we would opt for one of these just to have both. But I did get a tour here of the 2-bedroom villa over the water. The inside looks identical to our villa. The only difference is when you look out your windows, you literally just see the blue water right there, which is actually really amazing. You feel like you're just floating or on a cruise ship. It's definitely a really cool experience compared to the beach villa. But otherwise, everything else about the inside of the room is the same. The 1-bedroom here had the 2 beds with the same bathroom setup as ours, same living room, and then it also had the same patio, although this patio was smaller. The pool is also a little bit smaller on these compared to the beach villas. It also had the room here with the king bed, same tub, and same dual sink bathroom here in the master bedroom. But regardless, it is stunning. I will be honest, from the bed looking out directly over the water, it is definitely a cooler view in my opinion than the beach villa. But again, the patio here is a little bit smaller, the plunge pool is a little bit smaller as well, and then you don't have a beach. But you can directly jump into the ocean if you'd like. They do have a railing then here to bring you right on back up. The water is safe, but that color is just so tropical. We did elect to get an Overwater Coral Villa at the St. Regis Resort, so definitely subscribe. You will not want to miss that review. And that one, I was able to jump into the ocean and give you my full experience there. But those are the 2 different options. Of course, the standard rooms, they look pretty much identical. They just don't have this separate bedroom here. They just have the 1 main bedroom with living area. While the property took approximately 3 years to build, each 1-bedroom villa took about 19 to 21 days to fully construct and finish. This includes all the 1.5 million meters of rope cladding that were all hand installed to create a cocooned organic texture that's never been done before at this scale. The team behind this said it's one of the most ambitious architectural finishes they've ever attempted, and it truly sets Nujuma apart visually. I'll include the link below. It's a 2-minute video, and they actually explain and show how they built a lot of Nujuma in the villas. Now let's talk about one of the most memorable parts of our stay, the dining. We're starting with Sita. This is the main restaurant where we had breakfast in the morning. They also serve food throughout the day. Sita is derived from the Arabic word meaning six, referencing the six senses, as well as it does have 6 pavilions, which feature different experiences depending on which pavilion or area you're in. In the middle, they also have a central clay oven, which performs fresh bread making and hosting also bread making classes as one of the activities on property. These dome-like structures are architectural centerpieces, warm, open, and beautifully integrated into the surrounding nature. They provide shade and airflow while maintaining that sense of being connected to the outdoors. It's really a wow experience. It's centrally located there, right kind of in the heart of the ring with all the villas surrounding it. So it's really beautiful. You can look out and you can see the villas over the water, the beautiful turquoise water, and the setting is amazing. You can sit outside here, or if you prefer air conditioning, you can sit inside at one of their different pavilions to have breakfast, or throughout the day to have other things to eat. Here we are heading into the Spice Library. This is one of the pavilions. It has a very strong fragrance of all the different spices, and you can smell them, but a lot of these are ingredients used in the different dishes. These pavilions overall are basically separated into 2 main dining venues. These 2 distinct culinary experiences first starts with the area, which is the French style patisserie, where they have the smell of freshly baked croissants in the morning. They have some Arabian coffee, things like that. The second section is the Levantine restaurant, and this is where the magic of the Middle East really comes alive. At the heart of that space is the central clay oven, which serves as both the kitchen's focal point and a source of irresistible aroma. You'll smell the fresh bread being baked as soon as you walk in, flatbreads, and a lot of other hot items from the oven. Now I want to take you through our full breakfast experience, as it was truly one of the most magical and most rememberable breakfast of our lives. When we first arrived, we were greeted very warmly, and we were offered a cup of Arabian coffee. Now in their culture, it's important to know they only fill up the cup about halfway, and that's a sign of good respect. Otherwise, if it's filled up all the way, it means almost like, okay, you're finished here, move on. So it's cool to experience that. They also had some dates, so we were able to try those right away in the morning. But the setting here is just beautiful. It was very personalized. There were not a lot of other guests on the island, so we were able to just let them know when we wanted to have breakfast, and they were all waiting there and happy to greet us. From there, we continued our journey inward, where we were more warmly greeted by more of the staff, and we were allowed to decide where we wanted to sit. Now, I definitely recommend spending one day and sitting out here in the open air pavilion. It is just beautiful. It has the best views. The stunning views make it just perfect. However, certain times of the day it can get really hot outside, and we came pretty late morning, so it was already pretty warm, so we opted to sit inside here in one of the pavilions. It was a beautiful setting. We still had a great view, but it felt a lot more comfortable. Now, we were the only ones sitting inside here the whole time. They actually did a special breakfast for us. They started off with some yummy, freshly baked croissants. It was one of the best I've ever had, with a cream filling. We also ordered cappuccinos, and this gentleman here actually won a latte art competition in Dubai, and he can do pretty much any design. It is stunning, the latte art he can do. I've never seen anyone be able to do such amazing latte art. Now, for the experience, they gave us the full Arabian course meal for breakfast, so we could try a lot of the local dishes.
We have here the falafel. It comes with hummus and with tahina. And we have here mugalgal. We have also the fool and the shakshuka. And also you have your manakish, zatar manakish, and cheese manakish. You have your labna and hummus. Please enjoy.
And other dishes from around the world. They basically just wanted to do this special for us, give us this whole experience. They also even made me a little welcome note before we left, and our other guests some dates and some special gifts. The service was literally perfect. They could not have done enough for us. One of the most memorable breakfasts of our entire life. From this center point on the island, we're going to continue around to the other island. So this is the island that our villa was not on. It's past the rings in the other direction. And over here you have different options. You have more dining venues. You also have a couple beaches. and some more activities to do. It's also fun to ride the bikes because you can go to these different islands across these overwater bridges, and it's a really special experience. Next up is Tabrah. Now this restaurant was closed during our stay due to Ramadan, as there's not hardly any guests on property, let alone eating during the day. So I just got a tour here so I can show you, but it is open the rest of the year, just not in March usually. But it's a beautiful setting because you have amazing views and you have both inside and outside seating. Designed to feel like the home of a local fisherman, this restaurant is all about honoring the culture and traditions, where generations of fishing families have lived off these waters for over 50 years. The interior feels warm, textured, and very personal, with decorative touches that remind you of an old coastal home, filled with stories, sea treasures, and community pride. And I love that it's not just about food, it's about storytelling. This is where you're encouraged to share tales, poetry, even philosophy, just like fishermen would do after a long day on the water. There's something deeply nostalgic and communal about the whole experience. In the back of the restaurant, they even have an old fishing boat to truly set the tone and help you be aware of your surroundings and the history and culture of the area. This restaurant is only open for dinner and means the luckiest catch of the day. It is inspired by Spain and Saudi Arabian food. Next up on this same part of the island, but closer to the start of it, we have the other main restaurants here, along with the pools and a beach area. This restaurant here is called Jamaa, and this is the relaxed open-air restaurant located here, like I mentioned, by the pool and beach. It's the perfect place to spend your afternoon, especially if you're hanging out in one of the cabanas or just enjoying the breeze off the Red Sea. You can order drinks or food there as well. But these tables are just breathtaking. The views, it's stunning. There's so many different places to eat. There's open air outside here with the covered shade, but service was perfect. But again, for our dinner, we were basically one of the only guests here for dinner. But the dinner was amazing. I'll give you that full experience shortly. But I just want to show you the views. I definitely recommending sitting at one of these tables here towards the edge because you can look at the beautiful pool area and out into the ocean. Inside the building here we have Mia, which is the astrology-inspired cocktail lounge. It's all about atmosphere. This spot is inspired by astronomy and named after one of the stars in the area. The whole experience revolves around celestial energy, from the drink names to the design. It's perched slightly above the main boardwalk area here with wide open views of the night sky. This is the kind of place where you come for a slow evening to relax and unwind. Keep in mind here, all of these drinks are going to be non-alcoholic, as no alcohol is permitted in the country. However, that is changing, including at these Red Sea resorts, where alcohol will be available, I believe, at some point in 2026, but only for guests. More to come on that. Definitely check out different news articles. Now I want to walk you through our dinner experience here. A lot of times hotels, the food can be very expensive, so we don't always have dinner at the properties. But here you don't really have a choice. And also, it's one of the most memorable settings ever, so we were able to experience the incredible dinner. Here's a look at the menu. I got one of the pasta dishes. We also got one of the flatbread appetizers with mushroom, and everything we got was just fantastic and tasted excellent. The chef even came over to check in on us during our meal. To start the night, they baked us some freshly baked, almost pita bread from their oven, which tasted amazing. They had different things to put on it. And then here is that, I believe, mushroom truffle flatbread. There's my pasta. It was absolutely amazing. I got it with chicken and a white sauce. Here was one of the fish dishes as well as one of the steak dishes. Everything we got was just fantastic, but the best part is definitely looking out over the water at the beautiful pool, ocean in the distance, and especially for sunset, best time ever. It was very comfortable outside to sit here and eat. The weather cools down quite a bit towards sunset, so we enjoyed it very much. Right here we have the pool and beach areas, so we'll just go ahead right into this part of the review. So here we are. We not only have the nice sandy beaches, you can go in the water, they have cabanas, they have family pools, they have adult pools, they have hot tub. Service was also fantastic. Every time we even came near the pool beach area, they always have an attendant, ask if you need anything, they'll set up your chairs with the towels, and it is just beautiful. The cabanas are perfectly placed. I also want you to notice the landscaping. Every palm tree, every bush, nothing is out of place. Everything is watered perfectly. It is gorgeous. The furniture is freshly stained, all the wood, all of the chairs had nice pads on them. Everything I looked for, there were even flowers. It was extremely comfortable. They have outdoor showers. And then here's a quick look. This is the adults only pool here, which is nice. So you can actually head right on in here. And then it also does have a hot tub off to the side. They also will bring you water if you need to at any time. When I was even sitting in the hot tub right next to the adult pool, the host even came over and asked if I wanted a Bluetooth speaker so I could listen to music while I'm at the pool. They just go above and beyond, trying to accommodate your every single request. There also was never really anyone out here while we were here, so it felt like an extremely private experience. Now, right inside here from the pool behind it is a unique feature. It's actually a kids area. So if you're a family staying at the resort, you can check your children in here, and they have a whole place to play, not only inside but also outside. There are games and toys, places for them to sit down, books to read. It even has floor-to-ceiling windows with incredible views. There's different play areas, so it's amazing if you just want to relax and have time for yourself. You can be at the pool, beach, relaxing while your kiddos are in here having the time of their life. Additionally, right outside, there's another huge play area with sprinkler systems set up for the kids with all kinds of fun toys and games for them to run around and get wet. So this is definitely going to keep them busy for hours on end. Definitely one of the best features of the property. Now in the evening, the resort comes to life just as well. Everything is perfectly lit. Even all of the bridges here have the lights. They even have the volleyball courts lit up, which is another activity you can elect to do. Even coming back to our villa, it's perfectly lit, and inside is just immaculate. At night, I stayed up really late just walking around out here by our pool. The nice thing about your own private pool is it never closes. You can always swim even when the main pool does close. The inside of our villa also just looked spectacular. We had different lighting modes, so you can decide if you wanted it really bright, really dim. We also had automatic closing blinds, so it would just close the blinds and offer an amazing view. But just look inside our villa. It was just amazing. We had this room, just how big it is with the 2 bedrooms. It was spectacular. Back inside the villa, it's hard to go to bed because you just want to sit down, relax, enjoy the atmosphere, look at the beautiful pool, look at your beautiful bedroom. I mean, the lighting alone is an art piece. Just how every little thing is lit so perfectly. It really is magical. And then with the press of the button, as you can see, the blinds are automatically closing, and they close to the exact length even as the room bends downward. Next up, we have the beautiful spa. This is the Neyrah spa experience here at Nujuma, and it actually was voted one of the top spas in the whole country. It's definitely one of the highlights of anyone's stay, and in my opinion, it's one of the most breathtaking spa experiences in the world. This spa is tucked away in the peaceful corner of the reserve. It's actually more towards the rival area when you first get there by boat. It actually was just next to our villa. This sanctuary is purposely designed to reflect both the natural beauty and cultural richness of the Red Sea. They have both men and women's separate changing areas. And the nice part about the spa here is the facilities, including steam room, sauna, and like cold plunge pool, are included for all guests, and I'll show you that in a moment. We also had the area there where they have the chair set up for doing hair or nails, and then here is the men's locker room. So if you're a guest here, you can reserve a time. It's included with your stay, where you can just access this locker room and then the facilities. The facilities are around the corner here, and this is definitely one of the most amazing spa facilities I've ever been in. It has the mini pool there with the ice that drops down in the front. It also has an experience shower, which I loved. The beautiful tiling that went all the way to the ceiling. It had a very large rainfall shower. They had filtered water in there, and then here's this sauna. It's a pretty large sauna. I love that the wood goes all the way to the ceiling, and then across the way they also have a steam room. The lockers you get are very personalized. They even kind of put my name in one of them, and then you also have robes and slippers. You also get access here to the relaxation lounge, where they have some small drinks and a place to just relax in quiet. Now, this part, they're still under construction. They're building an outside revitalization pool, and that'll be open hopefully within the next few months. There are 5 sea-facing treatment rooms and 3 open-air treatment cabanas, all directly influenced by the sound of the waves and natural light. The design is all about the indoor-outdoor harmony. Every element here, from the handmade ceramic vessels to the woven textiles, celebrates local craftsmanship and storytelling. What really sets Neyrah Spa apart here is the philosophy. Treatments are curated like a journey. Guests are encouraged to reflect on their past, embrace the present, and reawaken to the future. Think of it less like a traditional spa day and more like a transformational ritual. Treatments range from sound healing, lunar yoga, and guided breathwork to deep tissue massage, to detoxifying wraps, to all kinds of different facials. They also have different treatments here at Neyrah Spa, as well as the St. Regis Spa, the sister property and next door. And you can get transportation back and forth to the properties if you want to use the spa at the different resorts. Here's a look at one of the most unique treatment rooms I've seen. The tables are actually made of a special stone material. Here we have the other area. This is a therapy room. This is like more of like a couples massage area, as it has the 2 tables right next to each other. But every part of this spa is just truly breathtaking. Some have views, and then other ones are kind of more inside here. This treatment room also has its own special shower area with stars in the ceiling. That is just really special, as well as an experience here in the same room where you can lay down flat and there are jets that come out in every direction to massage you, which is a very interesting experience. I was not able to use this on this trip, but I was able to get a tour here of the rooms. But every detail is flawless, from the woodwork to the ceilings to the decorations. The spa truly has everything you could need. Here's a quick look at some of the prices and the different treatments here that they had at Nujuma. Now I want to walk you through a full spa experience. Now we were at the St. Regis the next 2 days, but we actually missed Njuma so much we wanted to go back to experience their spa, as I definitely feel it's superior to the one at the St. Regis. Now I was given a locker here. They even had my name, a nice robe, slippers down below, and I basically could just relax here for as long as I wanted. We also could come outside here. They have their own little pool here by the spa. It's like a mini-sized pool, but it's nice to just cool off and relax. I loved here the relaxation area in the men's locker room. I used the pool, steam room, sauna, experience shower, kind of go back and forth. It was quiet, relaxing. It smelled really good, and I just loved the attention to detail. It just felt extremely luxurious in every single way. I love the colors, the tilings. Nothing about it felt cheap. And I was actually the only one there the whole time. They try to make it more of a private experience, so they don't ever want too many guests in here. But it was a really nice sauna as well. I love the wood and the lighting. It also is a good hot temperature. But overall, definitely take advantage of this if you're staying, as it is included for all guests. I heard that the facial treatment of the person I was with went perfectly well. She really enjoyed it and had an excellent experience. This is the relaxation after, where they brought me some special tea. Now, just outside here by the spa, they also have this beautiful walkway with all kinds of very nice plants, and they have the little open air kind of cabanas here with some more treatment rooms. It's kind of like the treatment areas where you can get a massage, so that is just amazing, the open air concept with a view. Now, our boat back to the St. Regis was not going to be there for another about hour or so. So after the spa, they actually took us here to the beach area in a cabana where we could just relax. The staff was so kind, they even made us a yummy berry smoothie. They kept checking in on us, bringing us water, telling us stories. They couldn't do enough for us. Before we left, they also even all signed this leaf and gave it to us as a way of saying thank you and appreciation. The staff here all truly became like family. It was already sad enough the day before leaving, and then to come back and leave again, it was even more sad. We miss everyone so much. Finally, we want to take a look at the fitness center. It's not far away from the spa. It's also just beautifully designed with all the wood tones as well as the hanging ropes. Inside you have some small lockers, and then you have the most beautiful view from the treadmills and aerobic machines, looking out at the pool, the villas, the ocean. I even love the wood paneling there in the ceiling. It was just so extra. They also did have machines here with the different weights as well as just so many different options, and then the wood flooring was great too. They had some refreshing water, towels. They even there at the far end had some free weights. Finally, for the activities, we have Galaxia. This is actually all extra charge, but they have this venue on property to help organize different water sports and activities for you. Anything from kayaking to going out in the ocean, I believe maybe even snorkeling. We didn't even look at the packages because we were only here one night, so we didn't have time, but they're all extra charge, but you'll never run out of things to do at the property. They even can organize other activities here, like you can rent out the volleyball courts, although I believe those are free of charge. So some activities are paid, some are free. The main activity, of course, is riding the bikes around. We definitely took advantage more of this than anything. It's not only just a nice, relaxing thing to do to kind of go check out the property, it also provides great exercise. The property is pretty spread out. It's actually many miles from one end to the other, so you can definitely get a good workout in. Now here we were at our departure. We got picked up, of course, by our personal host and escorted away, where the boat then took us over to the St. Regis. This was definitely not a goodbye, but see you again, as we really do hope to visit the property again. Make sure to subscribe because you will not want to miss the next review. We are now on the boat heading over to the St. Regis. That review will be to come next. All right, now for the review of the Ritz-Carlton Reserve Nujuma. Start with the rooms, 5 out of 5, insane, whether you're on the beach or over the water. Even if you're in their most basic entry-level villa, it's still insane. It's basically still this whole living area we have here, as well as one whole bedroom. The difference with this 2-bedroom villa is just that we have that extra room there with the 2 beds, which is awesome for families. Next up, we're gonna look at inspiration, extreme 5 out of 5. This place is incredible. I mean, I don't even know how they built this. It took them 3 years to build. The rooms are perfect. I think what they did was they were like, we're gonna build the best resort, and the cost is not even in the question. They spared no expense. I mean, every little detail in the rooms, the shower even, the floor, to the resort grounds, the landscaping alone, just how beautiful everything is, the lighting, the Wi-Fi, no matter where you are, is just lightning fast. I mean, I don't even know how they built a resort like this. It will blow your mind in every single way, and you keep noticing new things everywhere you look. The restaurants, the staff, everyone is just perfect. Next up is gonna be service, 5 out of 5. Some of the nicest staff in the world, extreme 5 out of 5 from the moment we arrived. We have our own guest agent who actually assists us during our stay. She came to pick us up. She dropped us off at the restaurants. Anytime we need her, we just sent her a little WhatsApp message. Everyone gets someone during their stay here. At the St. Regis, it's called a butler. And here it's called like a guest service agent or something like that. But they're here to assist you for anything you need, helping you make reservations. But otherwise, the breakfast staff were phenomenal. Dinner staff were phenomenal. We actually made friends with so many of them. And it's actually really sad right now to be leaving. Even though we were here for just one night, it feels like we've known a lot of these staff for a very long time. They are all amazing. Next, finally, is gonna be value what I return. 5 out of 5, giving this a 20 out of 20. And I'm gonna say it's an extreme perfect. So it's not just perfect, it's extreme perfect. We definitely wanna come back, maybe even next March. This place is mind-blowing in every way. I can't wait to be back. They have an outside company here that will actually arrange activities for you, like kayaking, snorkeling. We didn't even have time to do any of that. They have volleyball nets set up. We didn't have time to do that. The spa facilities, like the men and women's locker room, has a steam room, a sauna, even having a hot tub. That's included for all guests that stay here. We didn't even have time to do that. There's so many wonderful things to do. They're always here to assist us in every single way. This is one of the best hotels in the world. I highly recommend you add it to your bucket list. Be sure to click the subscribe button below because you will not want to miss the next review. We're getting ready to stay at the St. Regis, which is the first Overwater villa resort in all of the Red Sea, and it's a sister property to this Ritz-Carlton. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you in the next video.